Ah, yes, one of the rarest piston cut racers of all time, the SynerG stock car from Cars 3, Lane Locke. He is now reaching extreme heights in terms of his prices and scarcity, right alongside fellow Cars 3 veteran Bobby Road Testa of Carbon Cyber. So how did this come to be? How did two random Cars 3 veteran stock cars, both featuring sponsors that weren't in the first movie? That's an important note. How did they become so rare? Like, what the actual heck? Well, it's pretty simple actually. Bobby Road Testa was only in an online exclusive, which basically means Amazon only, 10-pack. And again, it's not like he sold out super quick. It's not like back in the day, guys. I don't know if you know this, but Amazon used to have just regular singles they would put online for retail prices. Those would sell out immediately. Bobby was not like that. He was available for quite some time. And same thing with Lane Locke, a 5-pack at Walmart that wasn't all that hard to find here in the States. It just, as time went on in 2017, it dried up. And that was that. It's like, all right, if you didn't get them then, you're kind of out of luck. It was a flash in the pan, and now they happen to be some of the most expensive, just regular retail cars. Obviously, that excludes convention exclusives and all that. I mean, they are reaching peaks of race damaged mood springs and Bubba and El Matador. It's absolutely absurd. Lane Locke being a little cheaper right now, I think, than Bobby Road Testa, but we'll see, guys. Will either of these two get a re-release in the future? I think the chances are pretty high that at least one of them does in the next couple years. But with Mattel not showing much of any inclination to release Cars 3 stock cars right now, who knows? But let's explore this in the 44th chapter of Forlorn Favorites, the second episode of Season 4, here on the Mr. Docket channel. So there is Lane from Cars 3, obviously just a background racer. He doesn't have any speaking lines. It's not like he even is shown in a major frame of the movie with McQueen. He's just a random stock car. And so that is why I deem him forlorn, because while a lot of the fandom, especially some more of the hardcore fans, talk about him a lot and Bobby Road Testa because he's so rare, people really want to grab him and they're searching for him all the time, blah, 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 blah. Mattel has certainly forgotten about him and Bobby Road Testa for now. We'll see again, like I said, if they re-release one of these two in the future. But I do think, even you could throw the Rev and Go racer in there that has not been released outside of a multi-pack. Obscure background, not released in a long time, has become extremely rare. That is a recipe for forlorn, underrated, forgotten, all of which make up the composition of this series here on my channel, which I know we've waited a long time for this episode. I explained in the first episode of Season 4 why this season will be different than all the previous ones. I could reiterate that again at the end of this video, but I am just so excited to revisit Lane here, just because the last time I reviewed him was in 2017, which is 8 years ago. Like literally it might be 8 years to the day almost. So we'll see. I'll have to go back and look at that. But yeah, let's just dive right on in here. I really love the SynerG logo that Lane has, the retro one, which it's not even really retro, but compared to the next gen it is. Next gen one's fine. It's very minimalistic. I just don't like Eric Breaker. I think Eric Breaker is one of the worst next gens. I'm sorry, Eric. I do like Lane, though, a lot. Like, he's probably top 15. He's in the top 50%. But yeah, you can see the little slogan there, synthetic natural fuels. A lot of people speculate that SynerG came aboard and replaced Fiber Fuel, who had a similar business model. Love all the hexagons there. Nice little design. Very trippy. There's just so many layers to all the hexagons, but it looks really good. He's number 5, which is a cool number, I would say, because there's no racer in the first movie with that number, single digit. I love the wheels. Wheels must be the best thing about him because you have the two-tone, so you have the yellow trim with the green on the inside. Obviously, he was made in China back in 2017, so we don't have to deal with the laser jet and the sandpaper texture look of a lot of the wheels on racers these days. These look really good. I love that they give it the trim and actually make it prominent, stand out. That yellow trim looks, yeah, I mean, it's big. Like, it's got some thickness to it. The contingency sponsors for all the Cars 3 veterans are Piston Cup, Vitaline, Revolting, RPM, Nitroid, Octane Gain, and Clutch Aid. You got a little green rectangle here with some dots and a little yellow rectangle, another little mini yellow rectangle to indicate to the pit crew where to lift them up at to change out the tires. And yeah, just a beautiful interweaving of all the patterns here, the hexagons, the blue, the stripes, and the 5 on top, nice and bold and black, kind of like a charcoal gradient. Looks really good. Like, I think the decision to make the 5 a color that isn't really a part of the main color scheme, just like use that for all the text, it's really good. Like, it makes it stand out. Like, if they made it blue, which they easily could have, kind of would have felt a little stale. So yeah, I really like his design, guys, and yeah, I'm kind of falling more in love with it as we go through this video. Lane Locke has just become so crystallized, like, in history of the Cars diecast franchise or universe, whatever you want to call it, because of his rarity. And I feel like the merit of the car itself sometimes gets passed up just because people are scrambling to get them. Like, how is this guy so rare? Bidding wars, you know, trying to find him. Like, I get all that, but he's a cool car underneath. Like, we can't ignore that. Yeah, I mean, he's rare because of supply and demand, but he also is, like, he's a good car. Like, there's, like, he's got some good stuff going on. It's not like, I don't know, like Chuck Manifold back in the day is just a blue sedan. He was only released once, not really appreciated in value whatsoever. A very, very, very rare case of when a car is only released once but has not really gone up in value because he's just a blue sedan. Like, what the hell? This guy's pretty dope, I'm just gonna say. You got the SynerG logo there on the back, some more hexagons, more of a yellow pattern here down the roof and wraps around to the bumper. You have the camera there centered to film the race, get some better footage, some real-time action. Synthetic natural fuels there again. You even snuck in the number 5. You got the exhaust pipes. Just a really cohesive design. One of the better ones, I think, in terms of creativity. Might not be like, you know, a top 5 for me just because I like other colors more. The blue, green, and yellow gets a little repetitive, especially the blue and the green when you're going through all of the Cars 3 racers, not just the stock cars. I mean, Bobby Road Test is also, what, you know, blue and green. Hey, Rev and Go stock car, yeah, he's blue and kind of yellow too. And I mean, there's just a lot. Tommy Highbanks here in the same color scheme, and the next gens are even worse about it. So kind of works against him, unfortunately. But yeah, taking a look here at the base, he was produced on the 149th day of 2017 at the EA factory. So he's made about halfway through the year, came out late that year. So if I were to guess, I probably reviewed him in the fall. So maybe quite not 8 years ago to the day, but almost 8 years ago to the day. I will definitely look that up as soon as this video is over. Made in China, what we love to see. And yeah, I always love the Cars 3 stock cars in this like Brickyardly model. Like, I usually find to like them more than any other model. Like there's not really a good name to describe them, but you know, like the Phil Tankson model or the Cal Weathers model. Basically, Bobby Swift, Cal Weathers, and Brickyardly is how we identify the models for Cars 3. And the Brickyardly ones just happen to be some of the best. Like, Brian Spark here is incredible. He even gets his own unique expression without this, like, not me smiling, but not a big blaring smile. I mean, most of them do have a very similar expression, but you'll find every once in a while a racer that deviates, like Ernie Gearson from Cars 3. Huge deviation from the typical expression, which makes him actually really kind of cool and also kind of forlorn. Here you have Jimmy Cables, similar expression, but another one of my favorites. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys for Mr. Lane Locke. What are your thoughts on him? Do you have him, by the way? Do you intend on trying to get him? Do you intend on walking that path, dark path of, you know, embarking upon finding a treasure that is basically non-existent? Like I said, I do think there are more of him available than Bobby Road Testa, but you're still probably going to have to fork over 100 to 200 bucks. Depending on the condition, that is, of course. If you're willing to go for a more damaged one, you could probably get him, quote unquote, on the cheap. But yeah, I mean, look at this transformation from Lane to Eric Breaker. Eric Breaker is so dull, and again, just green and blue. We know that's like all the next-gen colors. I do like his wheels, though. They kept with the green and the yellow trim, so that's one thing he's got going for him. But the rest about Eric, originally known as Spiky Phillips, is pretty boring. And maybe you guys hate me for saying that. Maybe he's one of your favorite next gens. I still don't mind him. I don't mind any car. Hence why I got a couple custom SynerG pitties for him. Hooking them up here from Jim Scavenger. I'll get around to reviewing these eventually, but right now the SynerG team is a little scant. He is one of the lucky souls. Eric, that is, not Lane, of course, because they haven't done too many cars. I mean, they haven't done too many Cars 3 haulers in general, but Eric is one of the rare ones that got a hauler, a next-gen hauler here, John Halstead. I remember when this guy was found, he was not revealed in advance. Like, he was just found in a store, and that was the first time anybody saw him. Pretty magical when that happens. Doesn't happen much. Remember, it happened with Collection TV and Mater with the all-in-all cans and Edamame Sashimi and Daishu Sashimi, that 2-pack in 2016. Don't ask how I remember that. I just do. I think that was 2016. Maybe it was 2015. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Let me know, who's your favorite member of Team SynerG? You pretty much got 3 to pick from, unless you want to include one of my pitties and name him yourself. You also have the Endurance Racer Eric Breaker, which kind of spruces things up a little bit with the blue wheels and the sparkly paint. Guys, appreciate your support as always. I'll see you soon for another video. Bye now.